Alright, welcome to today's video. Today I have one of the two small Christmas sets that LEGO released in 2017. These are their sort of annual holiday tradition sets. I think you can kind of see they're more or less designed to be little additions for the Winter Village. And this particular set is set number 40262. And it contains 3 minifigures, which is nice. You get a little kid, a small girl there. You get a train conductor on this, what appears to be a, I don't know, sort of life-size toy train. And then you get a coffee barista back there in the back at the little coffee and donut stand. So I'm going to give this a quick build, and then we'll take a look at what exactly is in the set. So let's see how it looks. Alright, so I have the set built, and we can take a look at first the 3 minifigures. So our first one is the train conductor guy, very nice printed vest with a little pocket watch. None of the prints I don't think are particularly new or rare anymore, but that's still a nice one to get. Certainly looks the part. Our second figure is the child, who has a nice purple scarf, got the matching purple pants, and this I believe is supposed to be a ticket to ride the train. It is unfortunately just a yellow tile. It is not printed. I wish they would have included a printed ticket piece, but they did not. And then, in my opinion, the best of the 3 minifigures is this barista guy. I like the print there. They've used that in a few other sets. I think City Square had one, for example, and maybe in a couple of other spots, but definitely a torso that I'm going to be able to use in some of my own mocks. So pretty good, actually, for the set costs $10, and getting 3 minifigures plus the extra stuff is not bad. So probably the highlight of the set for most people is the train. And the train is basically made up of a red engine. You can see fairly simple build there. It does have some pearl gold pieces. Those are actually 1x1 plates. There's 4 of them. And then it kind of has the cowcatcher up front. Nice looking front engine design just on one of those dome pieces. And yeah, and then the 2 back cars are actually exactly the same. You just do the same build twice. The whole thing is very simple. It's on the little tiny wheels, but it works. And it does include an attachment on the back, so if you had more pieces, you could easily make this a longer train. But it certainly works for what it is. Then you get a couple of small buildings, or stands, I guess, probably more accurate. The first one has a wreath on the top, and this is, I guess, supposed to be a ticket stand, because you can see there's another one of those yellow tiles that they're using as tickets in this. The tickets are grossly oversized when compared to the train itself, but that's okay. And then the other stand is actually a little coffee and donut stand, and both of them had a little bit of decoration on the bottom, a single green piece. This one had the wreath on top. This one has sort of a makeshift sign to try to signify what it is. So those are your main builds, and there's a couple of extra smaller builds that you get. The first is just this little very simple picnic table. Picnic table is kind of large when you can put it next to some of the other pieces in this set. The scales are a little bit off, I think. And then probably the nicest build actually is this light pole wreath and sign sort of combo, along with yet another table, although a much smaller table here. This is a printed tile piece that shows the map of the city, and I suppose the X in this case is meant to represent where you're standing. And you've got the wreath up there, nice light pole. I like the whole thing. So that's a solid addition. And then the final thing that you get to build is barely a build at all. It's, if I take the tree off, it's a 2x2 brick and 3 cheese slopes. And then you slap the pine tree on top of there. And that completes this set. So all things considered, you get basically the one printed tile, the map tile, and then you get a couple of printed donut croissant type pieces. And in terms of printed stuff, that's it. The rest of the stuff is kind of your standard pieces, although I'm always happy to get more trees, so I'm certainly pleased with that. The light pole is very nice. the one thing I would add that I wish that LEGO would just pick one style of light pole for their winter village and stay with it. I feel like every pole they do is a little bit different, so it kind of makes for a, I don't know, not quite as cohesive of a city as perhaps they do with the modulars, for example, where every light pole, every set has at least one of the exact same light pole. But otherwise, no real complaints. And I mean, for $10, I'd say this was certainly worthwhile. So, yeah, that completes the first of what is actually 2 different Winter Village sets. Again, this was set 40262, and I did buy the other one, so hopefully I'll have a chance to review that one as well eventually. But this was the one I was looking more forward to, so I wanted to start with that. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.